Welcome everybody to the WTCS 1995 qualifying at Donington Park. We got Pilch in preliminary pole already. It's a Dalton, make that Marquez, make that Kirkham. They're all coming across the line right now. Qualifying just started moments ago. Everybody sorting in. Castellana, not so good of a lap time, 1 minute 11. We had pre-qualifying earlier today. There's already a stopped car. It's Jacob Ordonez's Honda. Sorry, I missaid that. Ordonez. I think that's Ordonez. I'm not sure. Is it Goodman? No, it's not Goodman. Who is it? I might be completely wrong on who it is. But Gomez is already up into P2. He's not as quick as Kirkham, but pretty good so far from Gomez. Some of these cars are very, very loud compared to the others. Ooh, Gomez getting an overtake on the Audi of Eric Tullefson. Make sure to get by him with the purple Sector 1 so far. That's where he struggled on his last lap, so we'll see if he can improve his Sector 2 and 3 times. It's going to be hard. He set a quick one, even though it was very early on in the session. There's no front bumper on these cars still. So that's unfortunate. But Samuel Gomez sets another purple sector. We're going to see him through this chicane. This is a very quick third sector. Please do not spin, Sammy. Whoa, he goes a little bit off the track. It's going to be a 1 minute 8 point. Nope, make that a 1 minute 9. That's not going to be an improvement for Samuel Gomez. Still says a purple sector, though, so the timing tower might be bugging. We got Agatina Bavona, 109.1. Mancinelli goes top of the timing tower, a 1 minute 8.862. Very good so far from the Volvo man. He's recently transferred from Alfa Romeo after a long stint there at the team. He was quite frustrated with the car, how it felt like a boat. Now he's at Volvo and seems to be much more happy. Even though some could say the Volvo is just another boat. There's a spun car. There's a spun car. That is the Opel in the Vanderpeet Enterprises car. Let's try to see if we can check up on this Opel. Do we have the Opel here? I'm looking for the Opel logo. I'm not sure where the Opel is on my timing tower. We got a lot of drivers today, so it's hard to sort through these guys sometimes. Which is a good thing and a bad thing, you know. I'd say it's more of a good thing though. Bavona's Camry goes very wide, set to 1 minute 9.5. So yeah, only 2 people in the sub 9 so far. Practice would lead us to believe we're gonna see much more of that. Even Charlton Bertoni putting his car in a place that we weren't expecting. P2. 14 minutes left in this qualifying session, though. A lot can change. Elliot Vega sits to 1 minute 9.7. Very good job for Elliot Vega. He's really pushing his team right now. Kwanzaa just puts over 300th of a second. That's I think that's Alfa Romeo going slow there. Was that of Kirkham? Yes, that would be of Kirkham. He's in the gravel trap right now. I think he's just trying to avoid everybody in his Raven West car. Is he going to teleport back to pits? Why is everybody in the gravel trap here? Well, this is awkward. Let me pan the camera over to Kirk. There he is, just coming over the hill now. He's done a little bit of off-roading, to say the least. Gomez sets the fastest lap, a 1 minute 8.620. Puts him on preliminary pole. Amazing stuff from the Ford. This is some good pace from Samuel Gomez. There was a little bit of a transfer debacle in the off season for him. Oh, he goes a little wide into the old hairpin. There's a little bit of a transfer debacle for him though, between Blue Ridge and Vegas Sport. I believe the terms are that he races the first 3 races under the Blue Ridge name, and then he gets to decide where he goes from there, whether he wants to move back to Vegas Sport in the Jetta or stay in the Ford with Blue Ridge. Yet to be decided. Obviously, this is going to be our first big session to see which way he goes, as we see the Toledo seat, that car going off into the gravel. I think that was that of Anthony Smith. He avoided pre-qualifying yesterday. He set a 1:09.4 in practice. So congratulations to Anthony Smith for pre-qualifying for his first ever WTCS race. Alex Mancinelli! We saw it coming. He sets a quicker lap than Samuel Gomez and dethrones the Colombian. Very unfortunate for Gomez, but very happy for Mancinelli putting that Volvo into P1. I think he's just a few hundredths of a second quicker on that. And he takes a beautiful line through the old hairpin as well. Azram Kunas moves up to P10. Let's check in on maybe Murat Goodman, if we can find him here. Charlie Jemison also improves to his sub 9. It's a 108.977. That's enough for P3 at the moment. Can I see Murat Goodman on here? We gotta wait for the leaderboard to change. Any moment now. We got a lot of people, so it takes a little bit for the leaderboard to sift through everybody. As Mancinelli comes into the pit lane. It's a very quick stop for Mancinelli. He wasn't messing around there. Castellana moves down a position. Marquez sets a quicker lap than he did before. Here's Goodman. Murat Goodman. He's on debut for KDR in the Honda right here. I think this is a Honda Accord? Not entirely sure. That's not good of me. Oh, he dips into the grass and takes out some signage while we're at it though. It's an odd rejoin. Got to make sure he's doing that safely. Make sure to pull over to the side for the Peugeot that was incoming. So yeah, Murat Goodman, his WTCS debut. A lot of WTCS real race debuts here today. He's just losing the rear end of this car though. He just got flashed by the Scuddy. He's now going to get past. Got some bars from Mars right there. Gets out of the way again. He does not want to impede. He's almost impeding himself there. As he makes his way through the chicane. I think this will be... Oh! Maybe not. This might not be his lap. Let's get on with Gomez because he's right behind. Gomez and Castellana right next to each other. Could they be giving some slipstream? We're not sure. Very unfortunate that I cannot see their front bumper though. It's a very nicely designed front bumper. Oh, over the hill. Unfortunate there. I think Castellana lost his time. Gomez still pushing through though. Gomez put in a lot of pride. Oh, the old hairpin. It's a struggle for these Mondeos, the old hairpin, as we see a car off right there. Who is that? Number 20 something. Try to see if we can cycle through the cams, maybe find him. Oh, we'll be back with Samuel Gomez. We do know his best time ever is around about Mancinelli's time. So he's going to be looking to improve his best ever time if he wants to see pole in WTCS. It would be his first ever race with Ford. Well, no, I'm actually lying there. His debut race was with Ford in Lago Maggiore. He had a not so great, I believe, DNF finish. Maybe it was P12. I'm not exactly sure. But he's come a long way since then. He's now understanding the car. Gomez moves down another position as Bavona sets a 108.552, just 200ths of a second separating those top two contenders. We also have just a second between the top 15. This is truly amazing right here, what we're seeing from all of these drivers. Actually shocking to me that we're able to keep the pace within this range. It's amazing. So shout out to everybody putting in the work, putting in the practice this weekend as Smith improves over Elliot Vega to go P16. Out from Kunas gets into the sub 8, gets a 108.944. That puts him into P7. Last year, to be in top 5, it was just a matter of being in the 108s, just somewhere in the 108s. You'd be in the top 5. Now, that's something over the top 10, so it's become a lot more rigorous, this grid. As we see, I believe this is Josh Everts. He hasn't had the best qualifying thus far. He's taking that creative line into turn 1, though. He's going to make sure not to take too much of that line in the race, though. He's trying to overtake Castellano right now. He does so effectively. He may be on a quick lap here. We're yet to see his sector time, but through the old hairpin he goes. Josh Everts to the sector time. It's a green sector 1, so not the best, but it is an improvement. And that's all you need when you're as high as Josh Everts in P5. So, oh! Josh Everts losing the rear end a little bit, getting off into the gravel. That's going to impede his lap time. He's not going to be able to improve this lap, I would say. Schwier, haven't seen him before, but in the Vanderpreet Enterprises Opel, he's got a P23. It's a 1 minute 10.2 for Schwier. So shout out to Schwier for getting into the timings here. Hope to see more from him later on in this race. Let's get to Link Lloyd. Damn, the Honda's also not having the best of time graphically with the front end. I assure you that nobody ripped those front ends off. It's just a graphics glitch, unfortunately. Over the hill he comes. Somebody's in the gravel there. Who is it? Looks like a boxy car. That's all I can say from that. And looking at the track map, I can't see which car it is. Maybe it's Swirly? No. Gromov? Probably was Gromov. Maybe it was Schwier. Who knows? So yeah, all these guys got to do when taking that pit exit line is they got to make sure that they're not impeding on anybody coming out of the pit lane, because a crash could happen very quickly through that. So they're gonna want to make sure that won't happen. People coming out of the pit lanes will probably also want to yield to that. It's hard to get out of this pit lane. It's hard to judge when those cars are coming out. I would know from experience. Raced here twice before. Wasn't as good as my teammate though, Jorge Caro, getting his maiden win this time last season. Congrats to Jorge, even though it's a season later. The GOAT still lives on in WTCS. He almost had a perfect record until he just... Oh! That's a seat. That's a seat spinning. Is that Anthony Smith? It was. Thankfully, he didn't go into the wall. Oh, these rejoins. I don't know. As Quanson, no, it was Cash Aiello also off the road there. Let's hope that he is not going to be impeding anybody. I don't think so, but he does have some damage on that front end. You can see it in the reflection of the car. Oh, he's just going to slow his car down there. He's going to get out of the way of Everts. I believe that's Everts. And either Mancinelli or Marquez. So yeah, not a great session for Cash Aiello. Mancinelli improves his time to a 108.450. We also missed, but Aujram Kunas improved his time to a 1 minute 8.665. That's only 4/100ths of a second off of Samuel Gomez. We're coming to a close in this qualifying session. They're going to be wanting to get their times out quickly. Cash Aiello somehow had a purple sector too. I think the game's glitching there because it didn't look like that to me. Yeah, crosses the line. It was not a purple sector 2. Manomena Kandan, that's the car I was seeing. I wasn't sure if he was going to make it to the grid today or not. He has, though. So, Forza, the KVs, Murat Goodman and Afro managed to break the KV curse, believe it or not, with the K2 car. Manomena Kandan lost out on his win after penalties. That was a point of dispute in that. Oh, Manomena Kandan! Losing the rear end, spinning it around. You can get going. Not a bother. Manomena Kandan showing his experience there in saving that car. He might not be the quickest, but he has got the experience. Link Lloyd. That's not Link Lloyd. Who is this? Who's having this moment at the pits? I think this is Mandelbaum. I I guess he spun it on the start-finish straight. That's not great for his times. Have we lost him? Our camera angle hasn't moved. Has he disconnected? Josh Everts improves to P6. Oh, I saw Mandelbaum. It's not Mandelbaum, though. Maybe it's Cart? It's Cart. It wasn't Mandelbaum. It was Cart who spun out on the main straight. Sorry, it's hard to see these numbers because they're not on the front of the cars. They're just on the sides for most of them. Some of them are nice. They give me a little assist by putting it on the hood of the car. But yeah, best team right now looks to be Volvo. They're 1st and 8th, but it's pretty competitive between the lot of them. It doesn't seem like a lot of teams are sorting into the same positions unless your team is Alfa Romeo. Kirkham and Vanderpeet basically the same. Oh my goodness, Cart. Oh, Cart, please don't rejoin into our competitors. Thank you. And a little bit eager to rejoin there. I can't blame him. There's only 1 minute 30 left in this session. But he's got to be mindful of his competitors, obviously. Oh, as we see Pilch, I believe that is, off of the road. Yep, that would be. Hit a purple sector too, but yeah, I just missed out in that 3rd sector. Very unfortunate for Pilch. Something had gone wrong. But he'll be hoping to start this lap here. Everybody getting to the line right now is just barely going to make it for another lap, potentially, as we see either Aiello or Kwanzaa spinning. That would be the car of Aiello. He's living up to his nickname right now. Not so great. It's not a flattering nickname. Not so great for Cash Aiello this session. Pilch over the hill into the old hairpin. Now the old hairpin is quite the tumultuous corner. People lose the rear end a lot. People go into the grass. People hit the wall. I mean, a lot of things happened into that corner for sure. Let's see here. What else do we got here? Oh, the Volvo going a little wide. Yeah, this qualifying session does seem to be closing out. Let's see if Mancinelli can improve on his time. He is right behind either Cart or Mandelbaum. I think that's Cart, the number 40 Vegas Sport or V-Style Racing. Apologies. He's got a purple sector 2, but a yellow sector 1. He's gonna give a little tap to Cart as he passes by. Probably impeded his lap there, though. Mancinelli not going to be an improvement. Down 0.03 of a second on his best. I think he's quite frustrated with Cart. I think he would have had an improvement there. So is that going to be the deciding factor in this qualifying session? I don't know. Bavona is in the pit, so he's not going to be qualifying. Let's check Gomez's lap time. He's still going around this track. He managed to make the cutoff here. His last lap was a 1 minute 11, so not so great, but in this second sector here, he might be able to improve himself. It's a improved sector 1. Let's see his sector 2 time. Coming to the sector 2 line any second. Now it's a purple sector 2 for Samuel Gomez. He just has to make it precisely through the chicane here. Let's hope nobody impedes him. Oh, he absolutely obliterates that curve, but he manages to make it through. Samuel Gomez to the line is gonna set a 1 minute. Oh, it's a 1 minute. What has happened? Is he in the pit lane? He's aborted his lap time, Samuel Gomez. I think he took a little bit too much curb maybe and was disappointed in his lap time. That's unfortunate for him. Nobody else improving. Marquez sets a 1:09.8, I believe. Maybe it was 1:08.8. Not entirely sure, but yeah, these cars are separated by almost nothing. There's only a few cars left out on track, such as Everts, who will be disappointed in his qualifying position. He was looking more towards the top of the table at this start, but could this be the KV curse coming back stronger than ever after K2's first ever win? We're not sure. We'll have to find out in the race, but not seeming unlikely at the moment, as I think that is Cart again passing. Yes, that is. These are the two cars left out on track. Everett's just reflecting philosophically on his laps like Socrates or something. I'm not sure. He's just coasting back to the pit lane. Beautiful livery on this, might I add. The champion livery deserves the best livery. As There it is. Let's put up the starting soon screen again. So, our order is Alex Mancinelli, Agatina Bavona, Samuel Gomez, Aljum Kunas, Charlton Bertoni, Josh Everts, Charlie Jemison, Link Lloyd, Arturo Marquez, Permizel Pilch, Jay Kirkham, Ruben Vanderpeet, Daniel Castellana, Gon Hayes, Alex Kwanzaa, let me see the bottom 15, Anthony Smith, Mano Manikandan, Elliot Vega, Joshi Mandelbaum, Jamie White, Eric Tollefson, Murat Goodman, Tarul Bastian, Rick Schweer, Cash Aiello, Swirly Cart, Alex Grumov, and the pace cars and race control. So that will be the top 28 for you guys. Top 27, apologies. Very competitive grid here, though, as the drivers are saying. Let's see here. The top 17 separated by only a second. Can you believe that? Top 17. Elliot Vega just avoiding that just a little bit, but he's still a very, very competitive runner. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting the tire strategy, though. Some of the people in the bottom half knew they were going to be a little bit slower, so they chose to go with the mediums in their qualifying session. Now, if you don't know WTCS's rules, essentially, what tire you qualify on determines what tire you are going to race on come the sprint race. Now, that's not the same for the feature race, but in the sprint race, this is the truth. So it's going to be interesting to see how the medium runners pan out. I was a medium runner last time out. It didn't necessarily work out. I think towards the end it feels a little bit better, but it's definitely not enough to make up. So maybe the tire compounds have changed this year. Maybe Michelin have put out a better medium tire. We'll be keen to see that. But from last year's experience, I remember they weren't necessarily the greatest. Also, fuel strategy. Do you underfuel your car? A massive thing last season was the Fantan, also known as Dan Thine, absolutely just ruining his first ever WTCS win as he had ran out of fuel. It was a very unfortunate end to the race, but it brought Jorge Caro's first ever win, so it's a worthy trade-off. I don't have a pit keybind, so we're gonna have to see a slightly butchered start to this race, so apologies to everybody. I'm gonna have to react, go like pit, and then see the leaders' cars. There's only 23 seconds left, so they're gonna want to get out and going now. Seems like Vega's the only one out of the thing, though. Come on, everybody get on the grid. We got the AC lights on now. Alright. Come on, come on, come on. Here we go! The race has begun. Alex Mancinelli gets underway. Why can't I? Okay, there we go. Alex Mancinelli gets underway. Samuel Gomez up into P2, trying to make an overtake. He's unable to, but he's up into P2. He's gone past Bavona already. This is going to be a fight down into the old hairpin potentially. Doesn't seem like too much of an incident behind, though. It just seems like a lot of cars together right now. They're already gapping the top three. Oh, there's a little bit of a dive by Everts. He's up into 5th. Will he be able to stick it, though? I'm not sure. Let's cover back the top 3. Samuel Gomez still on the tail of Mancinelli, followed by Bavona. These top 3 are inseparable at the moment. Daniel Castellana caught in a little bit. Oh, there's a spun car of Bertoni in the Mitsubishi. Everybody passing by there. Whoa! It is tight coming up that hill for sure. Josh Everts makes it up into P4. These are some tight racing conditions. Everybody is neck and neck in this race. Let's get back with Everts, maybe. He's going to be someone to watch. He's gotten past the Honda of Rim Kunas. Rim Kunas down 1 or 2 positions so far in this race. Samuel Gomez, he's fighting Bavona, but he seems to have kept the position. Will it be a good exit, though, is the question. He seemed a little bit tight on the entry there. This is giving Alex Mancinelli huge gap in front and behind. Bavona giving him a little bit of a flash. This battle for P2 is excellent so far. There's also a battle right now for P4 between Everts and Rimkunas. Very good battle between the both of them. Gomez now coming into this tricky part of the track, the braking zone. We don't know. Oh, he dives to the inside, Gomez. He's going to hug that line, and he's going to keep the position. Normally, some cars like to divert to the left-hand side of the track. Gomez is not one of them. He likes to dive down into that right-hand side. Now, we do know the Mondeo is not powerful in the straight. It loses a lot of time here. So we're going to see if Bavona will be able to make the move here into the chicane. Gomez has the upper hand, but will Bavona prevail? They're side by side out of the chicane. Bavona to the line is going to be ahead of Samuel Gomez. It's given a few second gap. There is a Vega Sport losing its front end to the air right there. But Samuel Gomez dives. Oh! He's been tapped by Bavona. They're still side by side. This is going to be interesting coming into the old hairpin. Bavona almost spinning Samuel Gomez around after that attempt there to reclaim his position. He was successful. Bavona not going to tap him back, though, into the old hairpin. He's going to be mindful. He's better than that. He's better than Bavona when it comes to the collisions. So he's going to make sure not to give him one. He's going to be a clean driver through here. Josh Everts right behind. We're seeing him battling off Rimkunas and Marquez, who have caught this battle. It's a huge battle for this podium position here. Everybody has caught up due to the immense fighting between Gomez and Bavona, and Mancinelli is just, well, he's off into the distance. It's almost a 5-second gap already. It's quite the battle here. Everts has seemed to put a gap as Rimkunas and Marquez are fighting. So now it's a three-way battle for P2. Gomez just following Bavona. Bavona getting a little bit of track limits there. He's not necessarily one to dodge track limits. We saw I believe that was Jamie White having quite the moment there at the chicane. He lost the rear end after going off the track there. So unfortunate for him. Might be Vega too, though. Vega seems to have retired. He's in the pit lane right now. So yeah, very interesting racing. Sorry for that momentary pause. We rejoin with Josh Everts fighting for this podium position against Samuel Gomez. Is he going to be able to make the move? He is not. Josh Everts, though, he's very close to this Mondeo. This Mondeo just loses so much time on the straight compared to every other car. So it becomes pretty easy to overtake it. But he's not going to be able to fully get past. Oh, maybe he will. Gomez losing the rear end a little bit. They're door banging side by side down into the downhill section. Everts is now P3. Gomez has missed out on this position, but he's down the inside at the old hairpin. They've touched. Everts has been spun by Gomez. Gomez, oh, he's been hit off the road. Gomez is off the road, and Everts has managed to reclaim. Oh my goodness, what has happened to Gomez? He's down into P10. And it's a full course yellow after that, all of that. Wow. Very unfortunate. Castellana is now ahead of Gomez in this sprint. Oh, man, Candan. He's getting a little bit feisty with Cart here. I don't know why they're fighting under full course yellow conditions, but this is going to definitely be looked into by the stewards. Full course yellow is being voiced across the board here. Mancinelli might be pitting, I'm not sure. Or maybe the gap has just closed already. And Candan's just backing off now. Man, this is a good race so far. Very unfortunate. Obviously, I'm the Blue Ridge team boss, if you're not familiar with myself. So, a little bit annoyed that moment happened, but, you know, it happens, and we're going to keep racing no matter what. Samuel Gomez might want to pit, though. Just a wink wink there. Might help out. Cart needs to give back his position. We weren't sure what was happening between the two. We didn't know who had the position at first, but now it seems apparent Cart was not understanding the full course yellow regulations. So he had passed Mano Manakandan under full course yellow. If he doesn't give back that position, it seems very, very obvious he will get a huge time penalty and potentially a strike for not listening to race control as he should. I believe we can see Gomez and Cassiana in the back there. They're not doing the greatest right now for Blue Ridge. Very unfortunate, though, that incident that occurred. Alex Mancinelli being told by race control to slow down under full course yellow conditions. The pack still has to catch. We have Mandelbaum. Why are they going so slow, though? That's another question. Seems his pack is very slow. Manamakandan sorting into the pack. Where's the rest of them, though? Ponsa maybe has caught the pack. Yeah, they're all with each other. Did these guys pit under full course yellow? What happened with these guys? Because they look like they're running their own mini queue right now. Or maybe they're just all with each other. Who knows? They look very busted up, though. Let's get on board with Alex Quanta right now, if we can disable the they're not necessarily fighting, they're just catching. Quite reminiscent of a moment in the Nürburgring 2 seasons ago now. It felt like it was yesterday, Elliot Vega not being able to catch the full course yellow. All of these guys not being able to catch the full course yellow, it seems. Hopefully they don't relive that. We got half race to go now. We've just been told by Kwanzaa's race engineer. They're finally catching the pack, thank God. We're going to be out of the full course yellow after this lap, I'm sure. Jamie White has been told to unlap. We saw earlier him losing the rear of the car at the chicane. So Jamie White is going to precariously find his way through the pack here. Cart will be investigated after the session, according to race control, following his quite questionable overtakes under full course yellow conditions. Oh, Jamie White gives a little big tap to his teammate there. Or not teammate, it's a V-style racing. Not exactly sure which, because the leaderboard doesn't scroll to it, but it might be Mandelbaum. Unfortunate. Jamie White's still trying to make it through here. I don't think we're going to go green this lap, it looks like. Calling into question how long can a full course yellow last. There was a doctrine signed last season on how long a full course yellow could last under these conditions, so that's definitely something to call into question as we're now on to lap 9 of 14. Going green this lap. Mancinelli coming through one of the penultimate corners here. As he gets onto the back straight now, we are going green at the end of this lap. So the leader does control the pace at the end of a full course. Everybody needs to gap up right now. Seems like they're a little bit spread apart. There was a crash, an incident. Menomen Kandan spun into the gravel. Are we going to abort the procedure? It seems unlikely. Alex Mancinelli gets us underway. We are green flag racing, it seems. As we cross the checkered line, we have 4 laps remaining in this. Bavona has caught back up to Alex Mancinelli. He's kept it clean throughout this race. Only a little tap as the only collision he's had thus far. So he might be able to catch Mancinelli with nobody in between him this time. Such as the likes of Samuel Gomez. Gomez will be looking to recover that unfortunate collision and hopefully move up the positions. He's already passed Murat Goodman, we can see on the leaderboard. Murat moving down actually 3 positions. What is happening with him? What has happened to Murat Goodman? I'm not sure. I would love to pan to him right now, but I can't. Leaderboard's not scrolling for me. Seems like something had happened though. Potentially between Murat and Gomez. Not entirely sure. Or just a Murat self-done incident where we can't be sure on this. As they come around the line though, we've got 3 laps left in it after this. Here we go. Cross line, 11 out of 14 laps to this sprint race. Castellana in 10th. Gomez in 11th. Potentially some team orders there to let Gomez pass. Gomez is typically the faster driver. However, there is quite the interval there between them. It's 2 seconds. So potentially there was a little bit of a collision with Murat, considering that gap there. They're going to be fighting for the points, these Fords. So it's not going to be an optimal start to the season for the Constructors P3 team with P10 and 11. But there's certainly been worse. Bavona. No, that wasn't Bavona. Sorry. Who was I even looking at just there? It was Josh Everts and Rim Kunas. Rim Kunas keeping ahead of Josh Everts right now. Let's actually get on board with Josh Everts if my cam tool can stop bugging. Here we go. On board with Josh Everts right now. He's right behind Rim Kunas. He's down into turn 1 we go. He's got a little bit of a better line through the turn, to say the least. He takes more advantage of the pit exit. And that's definitely something smart there that not many drivers are really taking advantage of, like Everts. Everts obviously a very seasoned professional at this. Getting a little bumpy over the grass though. He's right on the back of Rim Kunas. And coming into this little tight right-hander, he's just scraped the rear and lost his rear in the process. He's going to have to wait another lap to make this move into P4 if it is going to happen. As for the Fords, oh, there is a spin. There is a spin. Who is that? That's Arturo Marquez spinning. That's going to put him down the order. Link Lloyd overtook Gomez. Gomez having an issue potentially. What's happened to Gomez? No, he's still continuing on fine. He's actually fighting Marquez at the moment. He manages to make it by him. Link Lloyd has put himself between them though. Castellana improves his position to P7. Can't say the same about Gomez. Stays in the same position as he was. Mancinelli still clear out in front now, a second gap to Bavona. But congrats to Bavona for keeping it to him within the second over these last few laps. As I say that, we get a little bit of commentator's curse. He loses the rear end a little bit there, but he's still managed to keep going. Rim Kunas on the podium right now. Can you believe it? I can for sure. Rim Kunas, a very talented driver. But Josh Everts is gonna be questioning him throughout this final lap. We're gonna be able to see if Everts can mount the move. He was very, very close a lap ago. or 2 laps ago. Almost sounds like Galapagos Islands. I don't know why my brain went there, but it did. How's Rimkunas now? Oh.
Leader started final lap.
Lost a little bit of traction, I'd say. We got white flag out now. This is our final lap. The gap is closing between Everts and Rimkunas. Everts! Oh, almost down the inside. Let's get on board with Everts again. Let's see this fight unfold between the 2 drivers. Everts into the downhill section now. He got spun by Gomez before down here. Now he's going to be on the attacking end of things. He's not going to make the move like Gomez did. He's going to keep going through here. A little bit of a poor exit for Rimkunas. This could provide Everts with the opportunity coming into this tight right-hander. Up the hill we go. Everts is just going to remain on the outside. Give him a little bump. They call him the best NASCAR driver out there. Up into the hilly right-hander here. He's going to get onto the back straight. This is going to be his best opportunity to overtake. Alex Mancinelli in a moment is going to be your race winner, but we are following this battle right now. Is Everts going to be able to claim the position from Rimkunas? This is some tight battling between the 2. Josh Everts is going all or nothing. He gives him a little tap through the chicane. Is it going to be enough? It is not. Alex Rimkunas comes home to get that P3, and Everts misses out on it. Castellana in the distance finishes P7. Gomez has knocked down the order. He's P10, now P11. He might be out of the points come the end of this race. He's slowing down at the end of it all. Link Lloyd lets him by, though. There might have been something between them that we're not so certain on. Ano Manikandan finishing in the background as well. Cart being investigated after the race finishes P11. What a race. What a race. That was truly a race filled with drama, chaos, and just good pace by Mancinelli. So, typical WTCS race, honestly. Can we get some interviews going? I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna join General and see. If anybody wants an interview, I would be more than willing to give it to them. Mano Manikandan's the only one in General, though.
Hello.
Hello, Mano. Might as well give you an interview as you're the only one here right now. So, talk me through your race. The only time we really saw you was when Swirly Cart overtook you.
Mamma mia.
I think, right?
Yeah.
First of all, you have to look at the positives, which was 27 car race, so it was very great. A lot of people, and there was a lot of good wheel to wheel. Now onto the negatives. I don't know what the fuck happened on that full course yellow, but whoever was trying to unlap themselves does not know how to fucking unlap themselves. Because I was sat in P50, getting ready to go again. We see that there's another lap. Okay, that's fine. Someone's trying to unlap themselves. And then whoever comes by, it comes by at a Mach fucking 9, hits the guy behind me, who then goes flying into me. I go off into the wall. And then
Hey, we're letting Mano talk right now, Cash.
I come back, like I'm now facing the wrong way, right? There's people going by. It's like that scene in Cars. I'm like, what is going on? And then obviously, by the time I correct myself and get back to the field, I'm like in last, and I'm like, I don't want to overtake without getting permission from the FIA. So I'm like, oh, am I going to be able to go back into 15th? But by the time I get the green to go back into 15th, the race resumes again, and then I get caught off guard. I spin. I think that was my fault, but I wouldn't have been in that position if the guy who was unlapping himself knew how to fucking unlap himself.
I think that would have been the car of Jamie White. He seemed a little bit aggressive, I would say, from the commentator box. We didn't catch the crash that happened, that big crash you were talking about, but I did see him. He was given a few bumps and nudges while making his way through the pack. So yeah, he was quite aggressive through there.
I mean, I think everything was really good. There was a lot of good racing. It was just the full course yellow. People didn't know what the fuck to do. Even when it was cold, we had people overtaking everyone and still racing. As like they don't have the chat and the race admin, Swirly Car, a bunch of other guys. It was, I don't know. I think like we're on to season 4. I feel like people should at the very least know how to do a full course yellow procedure. It's really not that difficult.
Yeah, maybe WTCS needs a little exam. Who knows? Wink, wink. at a certain lead.
Yeah.
Evan, absolutely.
I'm trolling, I'm
not.
trolling, I'm
Not
trolling, I'm
fucking
trolling.
example.
No,
I'm
no,
trolling,
no,
I'm trolling,
no.
I'm trolling, I'm trolling. Okay. Yeah, I think what you said.
That's my opinion. That's just my
I think what you said is pretty correct. Yeah, the full course yellow was a little bit wonky, but other than that, well, I'm a little bit depressed because Gomez got thunder fucked by the whatever that was. But you know,
if I can make an apology as the race control, I had to personally extend the caution because the track's just too short for caution periods. Average full course yellow laps were 122s. It's too short.
yeah, because I was questioning on the from the commentary box, how we could do that.
I had to extend it to 4 laps. It would have been shorter if Jamie White didn't start doing bumper cars under yellow. So that's the explanation why I extended it by another 2 laps.
Was the incident
Yeah, that's
where
fair.
he took me and the other guy behind me out
Yo.
was seen?
Is the KVKers back? Question. Can I
Oh my
speak?
god.
Oh yeah, sorry. Go on.
Yeah.
So the big massive crash that caused the entire thing, I think that was because coming out of like the slingshot right-hander, I had the unfortunate experience of going way too wide, and then I went sideways, and then I got fucking obliterated, T-boned by 3 people, and then yeah, shit just unfolded like that. But I would like to say that I started P21, and by like 5 laps I was P10, and I was like, yeah, this is good, this is nice, and then I get like absolutely obliterated by 3 guys, and then I'm driven into, and some of the driving standards here, they need to change. What the fuck?
Yeah, I
You
think
should expect that with these many cars.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Derek, sorry for hitting you.
You're saying you caused
I was
no, I
already
didn't cause it.
I was already thinking before the race that if we get this many cards for cars for round 1, we need to start doing the full layout.
No, I mean, listen, right?
No, the full layout is shit.
I think
No.
the racing could
It's
have
a
been-
kid-friendly
I mean,
stream, by the way, guys, so no cursing. Thank
At
you.
least on my side, the racing wasn't like dirty. Like it was a bit wheel to wheel.
Yeah.
Like there was a bit of rubbing, but I mean, in touring cars,
I know.
it's expected, right?
Yeah, I know that people like the shorter layout. It's better for race, but with pace laps being averaging about 122s and this many cars on track, I really have to say we might have to use the full
There is
layout.
one other problem though,
That
if I can
wasn't
say
even-
something.
Yeah.
There is one other problem. Qualifying. Like there's
Yeah.
so many cars that you can genuinely not have a clean run, and
Yeah,
then there's someone in
that was
front of you.
yeah,
There
that
was
was the
also-
biggest thing I saw. Just
Also, like
traffic.
at the start of it, like I entered the track late, I admit, but there were like so many cars coming out at once and that I couldn't even like get out on the racing line because there were so many starting a lap. This is the danger of Donington Turn
Yeah,
1.
but the thing is, like, I don't mean to play devil's advocate, but I mean, there's 20 minutes in the session.
Whoa!
You just have to look at the map and go, right, is there a gap? And then you leave the pits at that time. Like, that's
Yeah.
Sorry, I just
It was
saw an
this season
incident
was,
and a half right there. I'm sorry. I'm gonna show this to the stream real quick. Massive incident. This was the incident we didn't catch between Murat Goodman and Samuel Gomez. The rejoin was quite questionable, I'll say. I hope it wasn't intentional. I don't think it was. It seems like he just lost control of the car, but it was very scary to see. So I'm gonna stream this to you guys right now. Here's the incident. Samuel Gomez hits him. Murat Goodman off the road, then swerves back onto the road so aggressively. Almost takes out both cars there. That was quite the incident there. That is something.
Yeah, wait.
Oh, wrong choice.
If I can say something.
Yeah.
The Murat Goodman on the start. I don't know if he's realizing we're driving cars that don't like. You know, when you wrestle the wheel, you spin easily in these cars. At the start, like into the braking zone, he did an exact same move to try and block me off, and that's fine because he made it. But I was like 80% sure he was going to spin by doing that, because he went like from all the way to the left. Yeah, all the way to the left. He just like you know that one The Incredibles meme where with the guy in the camping van. You know, moving the.
What do you mean Maldonado 2015?
No, I meant what I meant.
No, like the
that's how it looks.
swerving thing. Like the swerving, like him nearly spinning out and out at the entry, or whatever. I can't find the incident though.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah, I sincerely hope the new chicane next season brings better racing because that final chicane is a
Bumper cars.
Oh, we want an interview from Permiso Pilch. Permiso, you got something to say about this race?
So many people spinning up. Yeah, but the final chicane needs to have a look for the next season because that was fucking like killing people. You couldn't have gone like side by side into that chicane, in my opinion. It was like too hard, too much discipline, and people cannot do it.
Yeah.
I don't know how we survived going free white into that chicane.
check-
I don't fucking know.
I don't know
Oh
either.
Jesus Christ!
Can you check that like full course yellow thing on the
Oh yeah, what happened with that? Because I was in the back, I didn't see it, but I saw a man killing that.
Jamie
red.
White, you watched.
But I'm gonna end off the stream because it's turned into more of a conversation in general, which is fine, just not for the stream probably. We don't need to leak the confidential information of the WTCS general chat. If you are interested in joining that WTCS general chat, there is a link in the description. It's also linked on Draftmaster Network's official YouTube channel that you are watching right now. So that's WTCS. Thank you for watching, and ciao, goodbye, buen venidos, tacos locos.